Hello YouTube, and as I promised, I know it's been a wet week, so I haven't had a lot of opportunities to get out and actually do some shooting or even be outside at all. We've vacillated from unbearably hot temperatures in the upper 80s and 90s with super high humidity and bone dry, which is weird, to this, where it's super humid. Temperatures more or less in the 70s, but it's been raining pretty much solid for a week, so I haven't had a lot of chance to get outside. That said, let me show you what we're here for. Let's get down to business. This is the Mirkwood Bow. See if you can take a good look at that. The vine decoration. This area right here, I'm going to be covering up with more brown. Since I decorated the bow in a finished state, I have to take it apart now, so I can do all that, just to make it look a little less obvious that it's a takedown bow. But here's the rest of it, the vine work, and on the back side of the bow. The string that I'm using is not, as you can tell, not the finished string. I have no idea how it got a knot in it, but the size is perfect. The brace height actually appears to be 6 to 6.5, maybe 7 inches. The draw weight at 28 inches is almost perfectly 45 pounds. Let's go ahead and put it through its paces, and also, just so you can see the full profile. I love it. I mean, man, it looks just like beautiful, rich mahogany, especially towards the tips where it fades a little more red than towards the inner limbs. Let's get shooting it, though. Flop. It did a weird bucking sound or bucking feeling to it, which it didn't have during my test shooting before I decorated it. And did it again. Oh man, what a killer. Why the heck would it be doing this? I'll cut the nocks a little deeper, but that's all I can imagine is causing the problem. I had shot it in the garage before, like I said, beforehand, with the same string, the same setup and everything, and there was no such problem. But it did have an unusual amount of hand shock, I imagine owing to the takedown design. Yeah, okay, let's try it once more. I think it's just going to shed its string again, and I'll have to recut the nocks at the ends. That's too bad. That wasn't even a full draw. Oh, man. Alright. Disappointing as that was, this is the bow. It is spectacularly gorgeous, and soon it will be functional. The first thing I'm going to try is to heat the nock area. If you pinch it, that's going to make the nock deeper. I will try not to go too far towards thinning it much more in this spot, but I'll try it. And I'll also get the actual string that I made for it, which is in my house right now. I'll go ahead and I'll use that one instead. Hopefully we'll be able to adjust that one so it won't have such a large chance of slipping. The nocks on this one, or the string loops on this one, are huge, and I wonder if that has something to do with it. I can't imagine why it would necessarily, although, who knows? We'll have to just attack this problem. Thanks for watching, though, and you can expect the update with the finished, functional bow. YouTube, Tim back here, and I've made those two changes. I've replaced the strings with the final strings with the adjustable loops. I haven't yet heated them, but that's next. And the other change is simply that I heated the tips, pinched them just a teensy little bit. That makes the nocks a little deeper, gives them a little bit more to bite into. And that has apparently taken care of the problem. So let's go and give you another demo. That's more like it. Clearly, the performance of the bow is not the best, That's not the point of a bow like this. It would be better if it were a unibody, if I could control the taper a little bit more. Neither is it altogether shabby, but it's a heavy bow. Since it's rather long, the tips are heavy. If you could replace the outer 14 inches even with wood, I imagine this bow would perform spectacularly, but unfortunately that wasn't in the cards for this. That would be a much more complicated build. There's still quite a bit of hand shock, but it shoots, and it shoots nicely. I'm very pleased. And when fully drawn, it does, push the arrow pretty fast. The sound is satisfying. The look is satisfying. The string's much better than the other one, which was knotted and terrible and gnarly, and this one is nice, new, and beautiful, as it should be, for a nice, new, beautiful bow. So I'm glad I could show that. And the problem-solving process, this stuff happens. I don't experience too many de-stringing problems. Some of the bows I made for other people have, but at least in my experience that hasn't happened. So I'm excited when it does, because then I can go and fix the problem if I see it. And it's really wonderful to be able to send something off that you think is going to work right. Anyway, there it is, the Mirkwood Bow, the bow of Legolas the Elf. I think this is beautiful enough for me to start putting one like this on the Etsy page, making these to order. That's pretty nice. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Thank you very much, and tune in again soon. I hope to show you more. Cast an arrow with some authority. I like it.